Good morning, everybody. Last Thursday was my birthday. I turned 70. That's kind of seems like a long time, but it just seems like yesterday. It's, every birthday you kind of think back and you kind of think forward of what you're going to do. But I mostly just kind of reminisce of, me and my childhood. And one of the things that I remember that stands out that was very interesting. And sometimes I think about it multiple times, not to the point where it gets in the way, but I do think about it. I was in the third grade, and I lived in Cleveland, Tennessee, in the deep South. During that time, there was segregation, and there were black schools and there were white schools. And I went to the black school called College Hill. And this school, I developed a lot of friendships, and I went through a lot of teachers. Matter of fact, I had a crush on my first grade teacher. But the third grade teacher that we had, her name was Miss, I'm not going to mention her name, but started with an H, Harris, I guess I'll go ahead and say it. Everybody just knew that she was a tough teacher. And I remember, probably the thing I remember the most was the excitement that she gave us one time. All the kids, we were supposed to write about what we wanted to be when we grew up. And kids that age, astronauts, physics and whatnot. Anyway, what I chose for my first choice, even though there were many that I thought about, I chose to be, I said I wanted to be a doctor. And I felt good about that. And so after the class, after everybody left, I was getting ready to go home, and the teacher pulled me aside. She happened to be an African-American woman, and she said to me in a very, not a mean voice, but a voice where, just something that, made me pause and listen. She said to me that black boys can't be doctors. Then there was a pause, I remember, and I remember looking at her. I didn't get emotional or anything, but it did make me think. And I actually, to go back during that moment, I actually respected her and I listened to her. And I didn't really know how to deal with that because it was something that I wanted to be. But then I had this black woman tell me that, and she's a teacher, and she's an important part of my life. And she tells me that I can't be a doctor. And so I thought about it. And I remember going home. It was like deep on my mind. For whatever reason, I didn't tell my mother. My mother was also a teacher, very well respected in the community. I decided not to tell her. And I kept that inside for many, many, many years. And I think about that, and I think about, I have children, and, they're all at that age at one point. And I think about what are some of the things that were said to them by individuals in power that would basically tear down their dreams even before they get started. So, yes, that's a real thing, and I could tell you other stories, but I think that's the one that I think about the most, right? And fast forward to today, obviously, I've been very successful in my life. Even as a technologist, I feel myself being a doctor because I manage developers, and a lot of times they'll come to me and they will ask me questions, and they'll ask me my opinions, and I would give them, my honest opinions and be more of a mentor to them, sort of like someone that they could come to no matter what it was. They could talk to me and I could give them information, I could give them advice, I could give them things that could help them their career, but also I would give them things that would encourage. And so in a way, even though, I didn't become a medical doctor or anything like that, I feel like that's always been my calling. And that's why I'm just so excited about what I'm doing now in my retirement years. Not really retirement, but it's doing what I feel passionate about, and that's mentoring people and helping people along the way, giving them advice, encouraging them. And so that's why I'm so excited about my program, Meditative Empowerment, because it's something that I can create to help people on their journey. So anyway, I just wanted to give you that tidbit of history, something to remember on my 70th birthday, something that has taken me on this journey to technology, and now back to my dream and my passion of just helping people along the way. Because the journey is not always a straight line. Our journey will sometimes take detours, and we think those detours are, inconveniences or inefficient, but they lead us to people along the way, and they help us be in a position to help other people besides ourselves. And I just wanted to say that because I feel very strongly about unity and working together. And I want to put a plug in for my newest content, which has a lot to do with what I talked about. Is called Racial Healing and Empowerment. That particular program goes to first just letting you know that you're enough, and then it goes into helping you understand that you deserve to be able to be enough and to heal and to grow. And then my favorite part about it actually calls on your ancestors. One of the things that it says is that, our ancestors, particularly my ancestors who came to this country going through the trauma of slavery, they had to do things to protect themselves. They had to not speak up. They had to do these things for survival. And part of the session talks about these things were there for their protection, but they also gave us gifts, and those gifts are strength, endurance, and the ability to be creative. And so in this session, you go through the whole thing of them thanking you for taking on all the gifts and releasing all the things that are no longer needed in our lives. And it's a very powerful tool that I'm very proud of, and that can benefit not only Black and brown people, but anybody, just for understanding of what Black and brown people have gone through, but also an understanding of what, things that hold us back, people that tell us we can't do something, or maybe it's just the fear of not being heard. All those things are things that we can work on and utilize in this practice to become more powerful, more loving, and more empowering, not only for yourself, but for your loved ones and those that come in contact with you. Anyway, I just wanted to say that. Peace and light. Have a good day, and I will talk to you later. Bye.